Alright, today is video 4.4. Today we're going to be talking about variability. Now, yesterday's video was on central tendency, which is the mean, median, and mode. These are all going to describe the middle of the data set. Variability describes a different part of the data set. It describes the range, the smallest to greatest values, and quartiles. Okay? So this really is just going to describe how spread out the data is. So we can describe the middle and we can describe how spread out it is. So let's look at a couple of vocabulary terms. Range is going to take your largest value minus your smallest value. And your quartiles, it's a little confusing. So if you have a data set, let's say our data set is this line, and we were wanting to divide it into 4 equal parts, which is what a quarter is, right? 4 equal parts. If I was dividing it first, I would divide it in half. Well, when we talked about central tendencies, our one that's right in the middle is our median. So when we divide it in half, we're going to divide it by the median. And then I would divide this half by half and this half by half, so that I would have 4 equal parts with 3 spots where I cut it at, right? So those would be my quartiles. Those would be my 3 values. And one of them is the median. So let's look at this chart here, charting litter size. So let's say a vet is keeping track of how many kittens were born within a month. And he had 1 litter that had 2 kittens in it, 6 litters that had 3 kittens in it, 8 litters that had 4 kittens, 11 litters that had 5, and 1 litter that had 6. If we take this and we find the range of litter sizes can be anywhere from 2 kittens to 6 kittens. So we would take our largest value, which is 6, minus our smallest value, which is 2, and get our range of 4 kittens. For your quartiles, you would write them all out in order, and then you need to find what's in the center. So if you count them out, the one that's in the center is going to be this one. So that's cutting it in half. That first one is the median. And so now I have this half and I have this half. So I need to find the center of each of them. There's the center of the lower half and the center of the upper half. So I have 4 equal parts. I have 6 numbers here, 6 numbers here, 6 numbers here, and 6 numbers here. And so that those 3 values are my quartiles. The first, the second, and the third quartile. So the first quartile is going to be the median of the lower half. Then you have your median. And then your third quartile is the median of the upper half. Right, so one way you can see this information from your variability better is to do what's called a box and whisker plot, similar to a stem and leaf plot. But this kind of, there's a box and it looks like the box has whiskers like a cat. I guess is why they call it this. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to plot your some specific data points on a number line. All right, so here's our number line. You're going to plot your smallest value, which is part of your range. So you're going to, if we're looking at the kittens, our smallest value is a 2. You're going to plot your first quartile, which we found from the previous slide was a 3. Your median, which is a 4 for this one. The third quartile, which was a 5, and then your largest value, which is a 6. So those are 5 points you're going to plot every single time. The smallest, the first quartile, the median, the third quartile, and the largest value. Then you take you draw a box around your quartiles and your median. So you're going to draw it from the first quartile to the third quartile with a little line down the median there. Okay, so you're just going to draw a box. And then you're going to draw little lines out from your first and third quartile toward your smallest and largest values. Like so. And then you have a box and whisker plot. Let's try one together. So we're going to find our measures of variability, which are our range and all our quartile points. And then we're going to make a box and whisker plot. Now, the box and whisker plot requires you have the smallest and the largest values, so we're going to go ahead and include those in the list of numbers that we're finding about this data set. So here's our data set: 85, 92, 78, 88, 90, 88, 89. These could almost look like they are grades, right? First thing we're going to do is put our data in order from smallest to greatest. That's the only way to find the median is to put them in order this way anyway. So our range, we're just going to take our top minus our bottom. So our range is going to be 14 points. The smallest value is a 78. So we can go ahead and write that in. Our first quartile, so let's go ahead and find our median. Looks like this is our median. That splits it in half because I have 3 numbers here and 3 numbers there. Then I need to take my upper one and split it in half, would be 85, and split that one in half. And that gives us our number. So our first quartile is going to be 85. Our median would be 88. Our third quartile is going to be 90. And our largest value is 92. So now we can plot these out. So I'm going to draw kind of a big number line. Get to make up my own values on it. So let's do like 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Those all look about equidistant. So 78 is going to be right about here. 85 is here. 88 is about right here. 90 and 92. So I go from my first quartile and my third quartile, and I'm going to make a box through them. Well, that's not a good line. With a line through my median, and then connect the dots here to make our whiskers, and there we go. Let's try one more. So here's our data plot. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put them in order, remember. I'm going to go ahead and find our median so that as I pull the numbers up, we can just write them down. There are 12 numbers in this list. So our median is going to be right there in the middle, which means I'm going to take those and I'm going to average them to find my median. So 16 and 17 is 33 divided by 2. Maybe 1 and 16.5. So that's going to be my median. And then for my lower values here, the center is this 15. Sorry, no it isn't. When you do this 16 is still because the center is right here. So we're going to count all of this as being 1 and all of that as being 1. So my center here is actually going to be between my 15s. And 15 plus 15 is 30 divided by 2 is 15. So we're going to say 15 right there. I'm going to have to average these two, which is going to give me 17.5. All right, so my range is my top minus my bottom, which is 8. Smallest value is 12. First quartile is 15. The median is 16.5. Third quartile is 17.5. Largest value is 20. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right, so I'm going to plot my 12, 15, 16 and a half, 17 and a half, and 20. Draw a box around my inner 3. Connect those with a straight line, and there's our box and whisker plot. Click on the link, complete the homework, and we'll do some more box and whiskers tomorrow in class.